when we are working with hydrogen, normally there is a question that hydrogen is safety issues are concerned. The problem of its storage and transport is a issues. So while we are doing research in our lab, we thought why can't we directly produce energy from anaerobic reactor by putting electrodes. It's a microbial fuel cell assembly, but here instead of chemical fuel cells, we are using bacteria as biocatalyst in anode chamber and trying to use wastewater as a substrate and generating electrons and protons in a closed circuit, a defined circuit. We are trying to produce bioelectricity where we are getting good wastewater treatment along with energy directly without storing all this, which we will explain.
I'm Mrs. Velgudi. I'm working on microbial fuel cell for past 4 years. And I'm actually, you already, as Sir introduced, that we can generate energy by substrate degrading with help of bacteria. Bacteria requires food. So that bacteria will take the wastewater as a substrate. They will take as a food and they will degrade. When they are degrading, they will produce electrons and protons. So what we have to do is we have to systematically capture these electrons and protons. So what we use anode and cathode. This is just a graphite electrodes which you could find in general shops. So what we will do is we will just take an electrode and connect the circuit with wires. So we will place that one electrode is in anode chamber, another electrode in cathode chamber. In anode chamber we will provide the bacteria and we will provide the wastewater. It will degrade and it will generate electrons and protons. So what will happen? The generated electrons and protons will be captured by these electrodes. So what will happen? The electrons will be passing through the circuit and the protons has to pass through a membrane. So we provide, here you can see that this is a membrane. We provided a membrane and the membrane will allow the protons to pass. So when we connect, we will get current. We will show in a multimeter how it is working. So here actually this is for 10 years our sir is working on microbial fuel cells. So what it requires means it requires 2 chambers. But when you require 2 chambers, it will be more expensive and it cannot be, our main target is it should be commercialized and it should be used for the society. So what we went is we changed to single chamber. So the same process could happen in the single chamber itself. But what means the anode will be placed here, but cathode should be placed on the top. It requires any electron acceptors. You can here you place open air cathode. So whatever atmospheric oxygen is present, it will accept. Then what happened? We know that the membrane is very expensive. For example, if you take 25 by 25 by inch membrane size will cost 40,000 rupees. So that could not be applicable for real scale treatment plant. So what our sir suggested is we have to remove the membrane and we'll try how things are working. So we removed the membrane and we saw that efficiency is good. Then after that we saw that we have to go to a similar design what is applicable in the full scale treatment plants where water treatment is taking place. So in that this is a treatment unit similar to the treatment plants where you place. So we tried with this, we provided some, that is the bacteria should have the capability, should hold the capability. So we provide some rocks into it. So the biofilm will form on that and it will generate more electrons and protons. So we captured electrons and protons in this and generated electricity. And then we understood that further that this single electrode is not, this reactor could generate more electrons and protons. So why don't we provide multiple electrode system? So the same reactor system itself, we provided multiple electrodes. If you see means this will be having the same principle that in a car you will have a battery, no? The same kind of system. We provided multi-electrode system and we try to capture more electrons and protons and more current. And one of the most important thing in this is that it is not only generating current, it is treating more complex wastewater. Before we were a little bit worried whether this system could hold more wastewaters. Then we tried with the pharmaceutical wastewater. And it was very challenging and we saw that, you see, this is the treatment, this is the influent what we are giving. This is the wastewater what influent we are giving. After treatment from these reactors, it will be changed into this clear one. So you can find a visual difference that apart from harvesting electricity, we can give a very effective treatment. So what we coined the system as bioelectrochemical treatment system. And further my colleague will tell that how to regulate, because anode is a very important role, how to regulate it.
I am Annie.
Operation of MFC in our
Yes. Myself Annie. I am working under Dr. S. Venkat Menon. As you have seen all these systems, MFC, there will be many parameters affecting the microbial fuel cell performance, and we have tried to optimize many parameters that influence the microbial fuel cell performance. When you look at this, you will see how many parameters we have optimized. Like there will be pH which will be influencing the system performance. We have optimized many operated at different pH ranges, and we have found pH 6 is the best. And we have also seen the electrode performance, the distance between the electrodes, how it is affecting the system. And we have found that 3 centimeter distance between anode and cathode will be good for generating electricity. And different electrode materials, like we have chosen the cheapest electrode material, that is graphite. But we have also tried out with the different electrode materials how it is influencing the system performance. And we have gotten this range like graphite followed by nickel, stainless steel, brass, copper and aluminum. Also, we have done studies on the proton exchange membrane. As ma'am said that it is very economical to go for upscaling. We have tried out with the cheaper materials also, and anyways we have found that Nafion is the best proton exchange membrane for getting the electricity, for passing the protons. And also the biofilm which is deposited on the anode, which will directly transfer the electrons. We have studied the effect of the biofilm also and on the anode, and we have found that the fully developed biofilm is very much better for generating more electricity than the partially developed biofilm. Also the microenvironments, when we see aerobic, anoxic and anaerobic environments, we have studied the anodic metabolic function as well as the cathodic metabolic function, and interestingly we found that aerobic is good in both the anode and the cathode compartments, the aerobic microenvironments.
This one is also distillery wastewater. This is a hydrogen, this is the raw influent, this is hydrogen and this is MFC reactor. Actually hydrogen will give very short retention time so that the degradation is less, but when you come to MFC we increase retention time and increasing efficiency is increasing. And as well as we did toxicity test, and toxicity test showed a very good removal, and the fishes were able to survive after the treatment.
Next to microbial.
Usually the difference between the anode and the cathode is considered as the open circuit voltage, and this is how we measure the open circuit voltage. This is the digital multimeter where we can record the voltage, current, and we see the resistance also. So in this system the potential difference between the anode and cathode is as shown, that is 305 millivolts. This is the potential difference. And this is the Keithley system where we can continuously generate the data, how much the open circuit voltage is produced in the system for every 10 seconds. It will be, the data will be automatically generated in the system.
You can program based upon a requirement.
Yeah.